Hi everybody, welcome back to another Crafting with me, Avivah, your art director from the Ed Asner Family Center. Today, we're doing something very spooky. For the rest of the month, we're going to be doing something spooky, so grab your scissors and your paper and let's get crafty and spooky crafty for this whole month of October. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. So, it's going to be the first weekend. This is the first weekend of October. So I think we'll start it off slow and kind of build our way up to something really incredible at the end of the month. But starting today, we are going to be transferring images onto a t-shirt. So you're probably like, oh, Viva, that doesn't sound super spooky. But you know, I've been seeing so many cool costumes out there, but they're like $60, sometimes even $100, and I'm not about that. I don't like spending so much money on a costume when I know I can do it at home just by, or even just like putting some gloves on and going to the thrift store, you know, and getting a few pieces here and there. But this project today, transferring our image onto a t-shirt, makes it so much easier and really helps you get that perfect logo that you need for your costume, or even just a cool spooky little design that you can wear out and about, you know, get your spook on. Okay, so for your materials, you are going to need an iron and a helper or a friend or a grown-up, anything you got around, anyone to help you out, because I've hurt myself on an iron plenty of times, and I'm careful. I'm like 9 out of 10 careful. Next, we are going to be needing this clear saran wrap and some wax paper and scissors if your picture is not the size that you need. Did I say scissors? So, let me just let you know ahead of time. This is not going to last forever. To be honest, it's not even going to last one wash. But it is going to last you one night, or like one walk around the town, or a bunch of days if you're like that kind of person. You don't mind wearing a kind of a stinky shirt. But, you know, this is going to be a really fun project, but it's not going to be a super long-lasting one. I do suggest, if you do want to make your t-shirt last a little bit longer than one day, I suggest going to the craft store and getting some t-shirt transfer paper. And it's really just like paper that you pop into your printer and you actually print your design out onto that sheet, iron it on, and seal it with some waxy kind of paper that they have actually in the kit. So we did a lot of that at Camp Ed for our Friday tie-dye and t-shirt transfer day. So much fun. Hope you friends are still rocking those shirts. All right, let's get into it. I'm so excited to get to have this t-shirt right now. Okay, so as you see, I chose this really cute, like, vintage style t-shirt design here. Little witch going over the moon. But, you know, I don't want all this white border on my t-shirt. So what you are going to do is you are going to cut out your picture the way that you want it shown on your t-shirt. And yeah, I guess that's basically it for the first step. All right, so now that I have my little print cut out to the way I want it, I just want to let you guys know that my ink actually worked really well today. I think it's a great quality of the photo, but if your ink is kind of low or your printer is just not working that well, what I did is that I kind of colored over some of the letters with a thin pen. If some lines don't show up the way that you like, or if you want to just add your own design to your picture, that's totally fine and it'll still transfer perfectly fine. All right, so lay your t-shirt out flat over your, hopefully, ironing board. This is what I've got today. I just layered a few pieces of cloth. So the way that we're going to have this stick is with this, what is this called? Cling wrap. So what I'm going to do, this stuff is so finicky. I've never been that great at doing it. But what you're going to do is you're going to have the front only have one layer, and then you're going to gather the rest in the back and just like make sure that it's completely covered. All sides of your paper need to be covered with cling. So I'm rolling it out. So I got a nice flat layer here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this flat here. I think it should reach across like that pretty well. And if it doesn't, you know, I'll just cut out a little piece, put it in the back there. So let's put that in the middle. Cut this little piece out without messing up my nice flat piece. Nice, smooth. Okay. Taking your sides here. Hopefully you can see this. This is my picture here. Making sure it's in the middle. I'm folding it over. On top. On the bottom. Oh, perfect. It reaches all the way across. You want to make sure it's not like tight, you know, but make sure there's no loose bits in the front. You don't want any wrinkles on your picture. And so this cling wrap is acting as kind of like a glue or an adhesive, you know. So when we heat it up, it's really just going to stick onto the t-shirt. This is not my idea either. I saw this online and I had to try it. Wanted to make my own shirt. All right, so now that I've got my design all nice and wrapped, so you can see all these extra bits on the back, nice and smooth in the front, smooth enough, doesn't have to be perfect. And so what you're going to do is you're going to kind of find the middle of the t-shirt. I like going about like 4 fingers down so it's in a nice like middle of your chest kind of area, not too low. And now I'm just going to do an iron. So I'm going to make sure that I have my wax paper on top. Making sure it's covering all the bits, because if we put our iron right down onto this plastic here, oh man, it would just get stuck to the iron and just be a mess. Make sure you don't move your picture around either while you're doing this. All right, so now that I have it basically where I want it, okay, I'm going to take my iron. I have it at like the linen cotton setting, and I'm just going to be rubbing over this whole thing for about like 5 minutes. All right, well, so I keep ironing it and it definitely works. The peel off part of it works, but I need to make sure that it's hot enough on the bottom. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my tape. I'm using some painter's tape right now. It makes it really easy to peel that off. Nothing too sturdy, you know, like duct tape. But what I'm going to do, just glue all the, tape all the corners down and then just flip it over. And you can have your friend or your helper help you kind of flip your t-shirt inside out so we can get as close to that sticky part as possible. All right, so now that I have my t-shirt flipped over, I'm going to do some ironing on the top. All right, so, you know, the best part about crafts is that you live and you learn. And I learned today that there's different types of cling wrap. And, oops, see, it's the one that I used. I don't have the actual box for this one, but Saran wrap is the go-to, because not only is it thicker than the one that I use today, but it'll definitely be a better like glue and adhesive, you know, because you can see that I put it on the heat for a little bit longer than 5 minutes, and you know, it's just too thin. You really want that thicker, stronger kind of cling. So, you know, you guys get the idea though, that this is what I did want to look like. It's just not gonna work today. But, you know, I think this is the best part about crafts, you know, and art in general. You make mistakes, you learn from them, and that just shows that next time I'm gonna do it maybe even like 5 times better. So next time we're gonna have a lot of fun making t-shirts together. I'm gonna try this a lot longer later on once I get home, but same project, just get some cling wrap, okay? So I'll see you guys next time when we have an actually successful project, and we'll, because it does stick. It does do its job slightly. You just don't want those holes, you know? The holes are what get you. You want to make sure all your corners are down too. Because even though it is a one-wear shirt, you still want it to make it look like you got it professionally made. We are professional though. Professionally practicing. Okay. See you guys next time. Bye.